Thanks for coming. We'll see everybody on Thursday.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the PHNX Coyotes post-game show. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah here with Craig and Petey, Sean behind the Mac. What happened to this team?
That's really what I've been wondering these last few games, because this team fought all season long, and you can, at least in the last two games, you can say they just didn't get good goaltending, but it's longer than it goes beyond these two games. They look lifeless, and I don't get it. This is a team that has battled hard for Andre Tourigny and his staff all season long, and with 7-8 games, suddenly you're gonna stop that. It just seems weird to me.
Yeah, I kept saying that first one I gave him a mulligan for that started this out for. I said, "Oh, they'll be better tomorrow." And I said they look tired. I said they look tired because they had the 3-game break or the 3-day break where they were practicing. And I said, well, okay, the next game they'll be better. Well, they weren't. I said, well, this game they'll be better. And they weren't. And now after sitting 2 more days in Seattle, I don't think they're going to be any better on Thursday. The one difference, they might get better goaltending on Thursday.
It won't be Ivan Prosvetov.
It won't be Ivan Prosvetov on Thursday. Remember where we said we needed to get a good look at Ivan? I think we've had a good look at Ivan.
Whew.
15 goals in 2 games.
Are we going there right now, Leah? Drive the bus.
We can go there right now.
Let's just go there right now.
This
was about evaluating Ivan Prosvetov, bringing him up late in the season. As Petey has said many times, maybe if you'd done this a month earlier, you might be in contention for Connor Bedard. Listen, I do think a lot of that has to do with Andre Tourigny. He saw the impact that Carter Hutton had on the team. God, it feels like 7 seasons ago, doesn't it, that Carter Hutton was a Coyote? And how it just demoralized them, just took any will to fight out of the team. So you needed to find a goaltending tandem that could give you competent goaltending instead of this, which, Coyotes look lifeless playing in front of this goaltender. So I get that, but back to the original point, you're here to evaluate Ivan Prosvetov and decide if he has a future with you next year, because he won't be waivers exempt. You can't keep all 3 of these guys when training camp ends. On the flip side, if you still think you can develop him, after what he's shown here, he might just clear waivers. I'm not sure anybody's going to pick him up.
Yeah, I think he's safe. Sorry, it's 15 goals in 2 games. He won't play again this year. I'd be surprised if he did.
Do you cut bait? Do you cut bait with Ivan Prosvetov entirely?
I don't know how you don't.
I think it's going to be a point of discussion. And I think there's a fair argument to say we've waited, we just haven't seen the progress, which really makes you look at this system. Rasmus Korhonen is nowhere near ready. Anson Thornton is nowhere near ready. So they really don't have any goaltenders in the system. You got to sign guys.
I guess you could put him back down in the American League, but to do what?
Right.
He consistently gives up a bad goal a game. He didn't improve on that this season. It's the same. It's the same knock he's had. The kid's athletic. He's a good, hard-working kid. The guys like him, all of those things, but he has one job.
Yep.
Stop the puck. And if you don't stop the puck, you don't have a job. So,
yeah, this one was unfortunate because the other night it wasn't his best in the 7-2 loss. And we sat here and we said, well, the team didn't play great in front of him. And it's not to say that the team played great and he let them all down, because again, the team that you look at the thumbnail when you click on this video, sleepy in Seattle, that's kind of what it felt like. But he allowed 8 goals on 32 shots for
there were some bad goals tonight. There were some bad goals.
0.75 save percentage. And you're right. There were
some goals he gave up tonight where
had
I been in goal, I would have said that was a bad goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was ugly. And I feel bad for him as a player and a person, because when he came in his first few starts with this team this season, he was unreal. 9.75 save percentage, 9.35, 9.41.
Yeah.
And then his last 2 games, it's been 7.50 and 7.74.
Weird,
save
right?
percentage.
And he had the long layoff, and you can say maybe that was it. He just wasn't sharp because he hadn't had the work. He was working a lot with Corey Schwab, of course. We saw him up at the ice tent doing one-on-one with Corey Schwab. But if you're going to break into this league, Ivan Prosvetov is going to break in as a backup. And guess what happens when you're a backup?
You don't play.
You sit 2 weeks sometimes before you get in. He's got to learn to play that way. And I don't know if they're going to allow him the latitude to learn to play that way after these 2 performances. I don't know if you judge a guy on just 2 games. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. And here's what what I think will happen. They'll sign him and send him back down to the American League next year. That's what I think.
Because there are really no options, right? They don't have. It's not like they have
it's
a guy that's
the devil,
pushing to be there.
They know him. He is comfortable with. You talked about Corey Schwab. He's comfortable with working with Corey Schwab. They sign him, send him back to the American League.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's an interesting one. And as Craig pointed out in his tweet tonight, the Coyotes have allowed 38 goals during this losing streak, including 15 in the last 2 games alone. This is what I think we thought we were going to see a lot from the Coyotes this season, and we didn't. I think that's why this feels so icky right now.
Yeah.
Because, yes, this team won maybe more than we all wanted. Setting that aside, when this team did lose, for honestly the most part, it was 3-2, 2-1, even 3-1 losses, and those you can stomach and those you can swallow.
Yeah.
What we were all sitting here tonight thinking was, what happened? Like, this team, like we were saying, no quit, scratching and clawing. Like, you could have come up with any tagline you wanted to apply, and that's just been gone. And it's weird. I don't know if
it's just the last 3 though.
Yeah, and I mentioned this the other post game. Like, I don't know if it's that, summer break is coming feeling, so like that senioritis mentality. But I just don't buy it from this locker room, because this locker room has been amazing this year. So I just don't understand. The only common denominator I could find is that Zach Cassian's been out this entire
all
time.
text. Maybe it's the conspiracy tinfoil hat. It's hard because you go back to all the moments that it could have been bad. The trade deadline, when they lose all those players, you go, oh, they're clearly going to fall apart now. And they didn't.
They went on a run.
Yeah, so I don't know what's different about these last 3 games, but it clearly is a different team these last 3. Because even prior to that, you're talking about Colorado 4-3, Colorado 3-1, Edmonton 4-3. Like, they're there against some of the best teams in the Western Conference, and now they made these guys look like Stanley Cup champions tonight.
Yeah,
and Seattle's good. I mean, they've got some team speed. They score some goals, but they're not top 5 in the categories you look at to when you evaluate teams. They're not one of the better teams in the Western Conference. But they made them look outstanding. And unfortunately, they got to play these guys 2 more times in the next week.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it got spicy at the end. Yeah. We saw Liam O'Brien drop the gloves, Josh Brown fight, 2 roughing penalties and a 10-minute misconduct. You saw Mackey get into it in the final seconds there. So there's definitely some bad blood that's going to boil over into Thursday. I think maybe, hopefully, with some better goaltending, it might be a better game. At least there's some... But with playing a team 3 times in the span of a week, there's bound to be...
So who plays?
Maybe everybody. Maybe we see all 3 goalies.
Like, Ingram hasn't played in how many now? Didn't dress the last 2.
Dressed in how many?
Yeah. I don't know how you put Ivan Prosvetov back in.
But then, so Ingram, how's he played? Hasn't dressed. And now we're talking about when does Karel Vejmelka play his best? When he's playing a lot.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot to play when there's only 4 games left this season.
I still don't understand it, but we'll get back to that. Let's talk about the spicy stuff that you were talking about. This is something you do in a playoff series when you play a same team over and over again. When you're going to see it in the playoffs coming up in a week. If somebody goes up 4-1, 5-1 with a minute to go and you're out of the game, that's how you play. Because you want them to be thinking of something the next game. You're trying to send a message. I'm not quite sure what the message is here. We're in last, you're in the playoffs. I don't know if that was the message. I don't know. I get it. The frustration came out.
Let's just call it role play.
Yeah, the frustration came out on Browns. I get that. Like Brown looked.
That was a genuine reaction.
Yeah, I thought O'Brien's was a little forced. He went looking for it to try to fire his team up. I don't know if it worked. They scored 3 more after he did that in 20 seconds. So I don't know if that was the catalyst to excitement. We'll see. But the problem with it, this isn't the playoffs. Seattle has to go play Vancouver before they play the Coyotes again. This game will be a distant memory. This will be just an 8-1 shit kicking to a team that they think they're way better than. It's not going to carry over into anything on Thursday. That's my belief. This isn't going to be, we're going to drop the puck and we're going to fight. It's not going to happen on Thursday. Coyotes are going to go visit around Seattle and vacation for 2 days. This is all forgotten. It's not going to carry over. Playoff game, those kind of things carry over. I don't believe it will. Maybe I'll be wrong.
All right. Well, we've gone so out of order. We're just going to roll with it because why not? Let's go to the numbers, though, and just feel even worse about everything. 8-1 final. Coyotes outshot 32-22. Oh, once again, look what happened. Coyotes took a bajillion penalties. The Kraken were 2 for 7 on their power play. Coyotes 0 for 3, and that doesn't even show the fact that Seattle scored a shorthanded goal. Yeah. Once again, the Coyotes special teams have just been atrocious over the last little bit here. Look at the penalty minutes. 49-11. And you can just, a frustrated team takes penalties. And they were dumb. Like, Clayton Keller, high sticking. Like, that, it was just it just felt all so unnecessary. I don't know.
Well, it's five goals they've given up while shorthanded over the last 4 games. They've got to stop taking penalties. This is a team that's taken a lot of penalties. They've done that all season long. They've shot themselves in the foot. And this is the feeling for the people that didn't listen to this show a year ago. This is last year's show every day. Yeah. And this is why we started the Wheel of Fantasy. And we started making up those dreams, and we didn't have to do it this year. If this was game 20 and we had 60 more of these to go, this would be a tough job to do. Luckily, this didn't come until the end. I don't expect things to get better. I'm sorry.
I 4 games. Don't. I mean, yeah.
They 100% could lose
Unfortunately, they could. Yeah, they could lose out, but they can't catch anybody other than Montreal now.
Yeah,
so.
which is
it's too bad, right?
It's
too
bad.
Like
too little, too late.
Too little, too late.
A little more of this. Yep.
Oh, it's
anyway,
making me
this
really
is hard
upset.
to watch, but we're just going to do it with a smile, and they're going to play Seattle 2 more times. And if Seattle plays like this and the Coyotes play like this, the one caveat to that is they have to go to the mullet, and maybe you get a little of the magic back, but the mullet magic seems to have faded of late.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's not like they're playing great teams in those other games with Anaheim and Vancouver, though, so they could. I mean, they may win a game here. We'll see. Might as well lose out, though.
Blatantly asinine. I'll tell you this: if there's more of this, the Wheel of Fantasy will get dusted off.
Yes.
Before the last game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will. It will.
If there's more of this.
I just hope nobody bet on the Coyotes tonight. I hope you took the over. I hope you took the Kraken. I hope you took the Kraken puck line. I hope you took the alternate spread even. It's so funny. Like, Sean used to live bet the Coyotes all the time, and he's taking a little bit of a break. And ever since he's taken a break from live betting the Coyotes money line, they've lost. So
it's funny because this was a game where they were getting doubled up on shots early in the first period, and I was like on paper, that's a Coyotes comeback written all over it.
It's so true.
Right.
It's so true. But I mean, there was lots you could bet on tonight with the national championship, which was a game.
A dud
honestly, the best game on TV tonight was the D-backs Padres game. We were all dialed in.
That's what we were all watching. Honestly, we didn't watch much of the Coyotes game.
Yeah, for real. But if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, do so and use the bonus code PHNX, and you'll get $200 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM. So here's how it works. Download the BetMGM app, sign up using bonus code PHNX, place a pregame moneyline wager in the amount of at least $10 on any market at standard odds price. You'll receive $200 in bonus bets instantly, regardless of the outcome of your wager. Just make sure you use bonus code PHNX when you sign up. And to kick off this partnership, we had our great event last week. The Sportsbook's amazing. If you haven't been out, we're going to have a ton of events out there, including all Suns away game watch parties, tons of stuff when the Cardinal season kicks off. So we're really excited about this partnership with BetMGM. And now for my favorite part of this ad read, listen to Shane talk
Disclaimer,
about
21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
And hopefully when the Coyotes get back to town and they're driving home from the airport, maybe they'll stop at Circle K, pick up some snacks for a little pick-me-up.
I heard we're getting more snacks in the snack cart.
The snack cart is getting
Is
a
it
restock.
Snack cart or a snack trolley?
I would say a snack cart. This isn't
I like trolley
England.
better, though.
I think we should call it. Let's call
Trolley
it the snack
sounds good.
trolley
Yeah,
for
I
the
like
hockey.
that. I like that.
Let's call it snack trolley.
Yeah,
heard
we're getting a
getting
restock.
beef jerky
Are
time.
we actually getting?
I literally was eating the jalapeno kettle cooked chips tonight. They're money.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's
There's no way.
deadly. I don't know.
You weren't supposed to move that, Sean.
Sean,
I feel like it should have a bell on it or something.
wait, we need
Snack
the
trolley.
trolley.
The trolley, dear.
The trolley.
Yeah,
Harry
it's like
Potter, anyone?
The trolley's here.
oh yeah. Could be Harry
It could
Potter.
have-
It could be
yeah.
Mr. Rogers didn't have a trolley.
Yeah.
Wow, we needed this tonight because
did.
we're feeling down.
I want salty. And give me. Oh, those are huge bags too.
They
You
are.
guys share. I'm good. Thank you.
I'm good because I already had
See,
some.
and this is the one thing about Petey and snacking. I just use myself in the third person. But we
down,
learned
Sean.
this.
You're
if
cutting
you-
your head off.
I used to carry pictures, and someday we'll show this, of me eating snacks while I work. Leah, what do I have to have if I'm going to eat something like this? I have to have a rubber glove on. I'd always eat my snacks when I work for the Coyotes with a rubber glove on. Because I'm working still, and you can't have the grease from the potato chips
That's
on your
true.
keyboard.
You know what
I
else you
can't
can't
have
have?
pizza grease. I can't have the chicken wing
Popcorn,
grease.
for instance.
No.
That's a good story.
Oh, fucking popcorn. So I'd wear a rubber glove, so then when I have to get the keyboard back, I'd rip the glove off, and you can work. Now I'm going to have to, I can't touch my keyboard again now.
Also, to those who have a phobia of chewing, please pause. But make sure you're not missing out on all of this great stuff. Head to circlek.com/store-locator to find Circle K's near you. All right, we'll try to speed through the game talk as much as possible. We've already gotten into
Mercy.
a lot of it, but let's go over Petey's keys because
Talk with your
usually a
mouth full.
loss
It's okay.
is not good for the keys.
Usually the loft
Oh,
is
that
not
last
good.
key is not looking good. First key's okay.
Yeah, it's even. 1-1.
You meant the Kraken's best player,
The
right?
rookies, because we talked about Maccelli and Beniers head to head, they each get an assist. And if you go look and analyze the assists, Beniers makes a little drop pass on the blue line. Granted, it was a short handy, but the pass Matias Maccelli made was elite.
Unreal
Yep.
pass.
Seam pass
Through sticks.
on the tape.
And you know what? When you make passes like that, you're trying to make eye contact with the player you're passing to, so there's some kind of a connection that you know what's coming. You couldn't even see Lawson Crouse through the maze of people. The ability this kid has to pass the puck is so high end, and I think it's very underappreciated, his ability to make plays.
Little tip, I'm writing a story on Matias Maccelli's Calder candidacy, and I'm not going to give away anything except this one little thing, what you're talking about right there. I spoke to Mike Kelly, who does work for NHL Network and Sportlogic. That very thing that he does, he's in like the 96th percentile in the NHL, his ability to connect on those types of passes.
That's amazing.
He is elite. That's what we see in him.
Yep.
He's an elite playmaker.
So that one, we're going to go that was a wash. So that's half.
Yep.
Foot races, buddy. I mean, what do we even need to say? Yeah, the Kraken looked at like they had a gear much faster than the Coyotes tonight. And goaltending, oh.
Yeah.
Can you actually take away the half point that you got?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
with a half point, that leads to
A Coyotes loss.
no dings today.
Well, we just talked about pretty much the only positive thing from this game, which was that goal, a great play. Maccelli adding to his assist number with his 35th tonight, and Lawson Crouse scoring his 23rd goal of the season. Hopefully in the last four
more.
games he can get 2 more to hit that 25 mark. I would really love to see that. And because there was really nothing else to choose from, Lawson Crouse is tonight's player of the game, but he deserves it. The only goal. Butterpig's dad, the only goal. Love it, Sean. Yeah, congrats, Lawson, for being named the player of the game. And I'm glad Maccelli did earn a point, especially in that head-to-head rookie matchup with Beniers. The good news, I guess, is that, like we keep saying, these teams play again 2 more times in the next 7 days.
We think that's good news.
Well,
they can regain themselves.
But good news in the sense that we get to see 2 of the best rookies this year go head-to-head again. And that, if there's no other storyline to follow, at least we have that. Right?
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm kidding. I want to see the Coyote team against the Seattle team. One of the next 2 games where the Coyote team that we're familiar with, the one, as Craig mentioned, that didn't quit, the one that skates well, the one where Clayton Keller gets the puck and something might happen. He's lost.
Oh my
his
God!
Spark the last 2.
Clayton Keller, where are you?
Don't say it.
I'm not.
Don't
Well,
say
I'm
it.
thinking it though.
But it's they need to find that spark. They need to skate again. Like this team needs to be skating. I don't know what their practice schedule is going to be these next 2 days in Seattle. I would skate one. I'd take 1 day off. And
I know the staff's going to a baseball game tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be a no day off. So tomorrow's a day off.
Tomorrow would be the one day to actually go do something.
Then
outside.
I'd make them
We'll get to that
practice,
in a minute.
and then I'd do a morning skate. I would do both.
Yeah, I guess the one thing we can say about this matchup as well is in the head-to-head weather matchup, I think Arizona takes the cake.
No contest.
Craig, what's the Seattle forecast?
The sun will actually be out tomorrow in Seattle. 51-degree high, 35-degree low. AM clouds, PM sun. But the rest of the week, cloudy, rain, showers, 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 PM showers, PM showers. Would you like to see? Can you see this?
The weather forecast,
They
Craig?
can't see it.
Zoom
but
in.
No,
Sure they
no.
can.
They can't.
We can't zoom in.
Okay.
The weather
I'm saying they can.
the weather forecast chart is like the Coyotes' last 8 games. Rain,
Cloudy with a
rain,
chance of
rain, sadness, upset.
It's just
sad.
You just want to say the losses are okay. We've said this all season. Don't care about the losses. Like we're actually okay with the losses. We want to see that compete, and they just didn't.
Nope.
So I don't know what the secret sauce is to get them back. I'd like to see McBain back with Crouse and Maccelli.
Yeah,
I'd like
that
to
was
see that.
interesting that Dauphin is now
Because
on
that's
that
2
line.
games now, and it's 2 games with a
It's
good.
clearly not working.
Nope. So I'd like to see
Sorry.
that line back together, and there may be more to that than we know. Who knows? But we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm going to continue to go a little bit out of order because I kind of just want to be done talking about this season's Coyotes. But I think we're finally at the point that we can see the rest of the Coyote schedule on the upcoming schedule graphic. It's finally here.
Can you believe we made it this far?
Holy shit.
Yes. Look at that.
Seattle Thursday, Anaheim Saturday, home, and then it's home the rest of the way. Seattle comes here, Vancouver comes here, and then we're done. It's done.
Gosh, that's
All
amazing.
on one graphic, you guys.
It's beautiful.
Amazing.
Wow, I can't believe it. We made it. We freaking
Oh boy,
made
howdy.
it. Boy, howdy.
Oh, guess what? The good news is when this team plays Seattle on Thursday, guess what we get to do? We get to talk about it live
Yes,
for
hopefully
3 hours.
it's not like this game. Holy
What
shit.
in that holy hell are we going to do for 3 hours if it's a game like this?
We almost did it tonight. Could you imagine if we had done that?
Holy shit.
Yikes. Yeah, join us this
Join us Thursday. It'll be a lot of fun because you can listen. Linda? Who's Linda? Listen to us bitch about it live.
Are there any other games on that night? Diamondbacks on?
I'm sure.
Diamondbacks
so.
and Suns.
And they can listen to us
Take
talk
your
about
pick.
the Diamondbacks.
Take your
Are
pick.
they both on?
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. We could be talking about other games.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like just like tonight.
Join our Coyotes watch
It
along
is.
while
I
we
will
watch
say
the
this
Suns.
though. I encourage people to do it after I just bashed it. It is no. We had so much fun last time we do it. We try to. Well, when we say we, I mean me. I try to teach what the hell you're watching. So if you want to watch, I know Chris and I talked about it the other day at Four Peaks, and she wants to learn more. Well, that's an opportunity to
Yeah,
learn
it really
more.
is.
Because I tell
fun.
things as they're happening. Why? And I'll do it again on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, looking forward to it. While we're feeling down and sad, should we do the tankathon?
Sure.
Yeah, let's add something to our misery.
Yeah, let's
Come
do
on,
it.
little
The
DP magic
tankathon-
here.
The tankathon simulations have not gone well. The Coyotes have yet to move up. True to their real life
That's their
luck,
history. Yes, they've never moved up.
Ottawa has stayed at 12 the entire time.
So what
And-
is this, Leah? What about our first-time listeners?
So this is a website that simulates the draft lottery. They update the odds after every single NHL game. It's very accurate. I recommend going on this site and just looking at all the different things, including odds for each individual pick. There's a ton of stuff. So we've been simulating lotteries after every post game, and we are going to collect the data. It's not looking good so far, but maybe tonight's our night. We need a win, Sean.
I don't know if you knew this, but only you can prevent wildfires. Here we go.
Oh, they moved down too.
Oh, Vancouver, what are we doing?
Vancouver won?
Went to 6th to 8th.
Oh,
Blech.
this simulation was very.
We're getting
reflective
all of
This
this
is a
on
wildfire.
I know.
If the Coyotes move from 6th to 8th, for all this that we put in this season,
Yeah, that was nope.
Retiring.
They're getting it out of their way. Oh, I can't
Yeah.
even say my thing because they've been playing like shit.
I know
Ugh.
the hockey gods thing.
Hockey gods reward the Coyotes for all that they've done this season up until
These last 3
these
games.
last 3
Ignore
games.
these last 3 games.
Yeah. Ignore them. Please do. Oy, oy, oy. Well, man, I hope you all did read Craig's article yesterday on Clayton Keller because it was actually a really, really, really great read. That's
Even
on,
if it put him into a slump. That's the subtext of what she said.
Yeah. But that's up at gophnx.com. It is free and unlocked, but there are a number of diehard only pieces on the website from Craig and all the talented writers at gophnx.com that you have to be a diehard to access. So become a diehard today. There's a lot of perks. Join our Discord where pack therapy is happening all of the time. You can join, get 20% off on our events, 20% off on merchandise, including our brand new shirt that we just launched this last week. It's our Four Peaks PHNX Coyotes collab shirt. It's now live in the PHNX locker. You can grab yours at phnxlocker.com. This is an amazing shirt. We saw CWP was already rocking it. It's already arrived. So PDs should be arriving.
Let's hope so.
Any day now. This shirt is amazing. And you can join us for our season wrap party at Four Peaks 8th Street Pub before the Yotes season finale on April 13th, starting at 5 p.m. Wear your new shirt and you'll receive drink specials all night long. So wear the shirt. Come. I want us all to match. Can't wait to see everybody there. And if you're not a diehard yet, you get a free shirt when you sign up, and this can be your free shirt. So just saying. Looking forward to that wrap party, mostly because it means the season is over. Another highlight of today is that we got a Spaghetti Shack delivery.
I ate it.
Craig and Sean and I all enjoyed some Spaghetti Shack
With
today.
meatballs.
Maybe for lunch and dinner. You don't... It reheats well. We love the Spaghetti Shack. They're community-focused to-go pasta concept started right here in Arizona in Tempe by 5 lifelong friends, and they are currently serving Tempe and Queen Creek and hope to come to your neighborhood soon. So check out Spaghetti Shack. What?
Nothing.
You nodded at him, so I thought he had
Nothing.
something to say.
I did too. We have a super
We
chat.
have
though.
2 super chats, I think.
Go.
So let's read the first one. This one's from Nick. Said, Love Island question for Leah. Wait, I can't. You have to scroll up. Sorry. Keeping it spoiler free just in case. How do you feel about the winners? And who would you have liked to have won? Well, Nick, I am on episode 39. I'm not quite at the end of the current season. I know it ended in real time. I actually saw a spoiler of who won, but I'm not quite there yet. So I cannot comment at this time. I will let you know when I finish. 'Cause
Nick,
I know,
don't encourage her.
I know everybody
encourage her,
is
Nick.
waiting by their phones for my opinion. And then Riley Riles, our new friend from Alaska, $5 super chat. Only good thing tonight while delivering pizza is your show.
Wow.
Riley, thank you
Riley,
so
you
much.
rock.
Riley.
I'm sorry that it's been a little bit maybe down.
How about a Riley Riles delivered pizza right now on the studio set? That would be
Yeah,
like
can you
if
make that happen,
Riles was
Riley?
not
if,
in Alaska.
if you start driving now,
If you
you
start
get here
driving
by
now-
Thursday's show.
yeah, like and that would be like
Maybe.
but if he would deliver us pie, we would probably let Riley Riles sit right in and give
Absolutely. We make this a 4-person set.
100%. You're
four-person
cordially
show. Sorry,
invited.
Riley Riles.
All right. Well, speaking of long distance traveled, let's talk about a fun topic
Wow.
because there are reports. Well,
Multiple reports. They've been going
Multiple
for a while
reports.
now.
yeah, that the NHL will play some preseason games in Australia.
In Melbourne.
And oh my God, we got the koala on the screen in Melbourne. And at first it was rumored to be LA and Boston, but all of a sudden Boston out of the mix. And now we're hearing LA and the Arizona Coyotes in Australia?
Yeah.
What?
Can confirm that. I can confirm that via league sources that the Coyotes are going to play a couple of preseason games in Melbourne. They'll
Blimey.
be in Melbourne. So get ready. It's going
Down
to be a
under.
lengthy trip. So listen. In more details will emerge down the road, but it's kind of cool.
Shit goes on.
Australia. Okay. First of all, let me tap you because I know you did Prague in 2010. What are the good parts of this? What are the drawbacks of this?
Well, the big difference is that was a regular season game.
Yep.
Preseason, you got to bring 40 guys. How are you going to bring 40 guys? So you can't, because you can't afford it. So you're not going to bring 40. So you can't get a real evaluation. It's not a fair training camp.
Yeah.
You can't have guys in and out of the lineup going back and forth to Tucson. You can't. Are you literally going to bring 40 guys to Australia? Maybe you do. I don't know. So I think that's bad. Yeah, it's a great life experience. Unbelievable bonding. Like,
maybe
phenomenal.
Maybe they'll pay for it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Phenomenal bonding.
Basically, your training camp.
The only good thing about it is you get to expose the game to people from, and hear me out, when the Coyotes did this, they went to Prague, Czechoslovakia at the time. Now it's the Czechia. They had players from Czechia on the team.
Yeah, Verby was
so they had people, their families got to see them play, their friends got to see them play. It was a big deal there. You know how many Australians play on the Coyotes?
You know how many play in the league?
Yeah, none. Oh, is there one?
There's one.
Okay.
St. Louis. But go ahead.
So I don't get it. Like, huh? Why there? Great vacation. You want to pay for everybody to go have a vacation in Melbourne for 9 days? Great. But what does it do for the team?
I think it's a bad way to have a training camp. I don't believe that this helps grow the game one bit internationally. I don't. No, you don't just show up for a couple of preseason games and suddenly Australia's like, oh my God, we got to start hockey. You want to start hockey in Australia? Build rinks. Introduce it to the kids.
Yeah, I don't get it.
This isn't going to do anything. It's ridiculous to me.
I wish it would have started.
Oh, by the way, you have the only Latino majority owner in the league and the only Latino president in the league, and you're not playing in Mexico City? You're going to Australia, which is like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't get it. And if they would have done it to start this season, I would say great, because what happens after a 9-day trip on the other side of the world, when you get home, you're freaking tired.
Yep.
You're tired. It takes you so long to get back into it. This is going to be a horrible training camp because you're not going to have your facilities. You're not going to have your weight training facilities. The training camp is used to get your players ready for the season using your staff, your equipment, your city, your buildings. None of that's going to be here. And I just don't get the advantage for this team specifically that has put such a premium on development to spend 9 days of your training camp in Australia. I just don't get it.
Having said all that, I'm so there, Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm so there, Brandon. I'll go to Australia. Just putting that out there right now.
Yeah, that's the positive side. If we can all go.
I'll be positive.
I mean, Melbourne, are you kidding me?
Do we have to go to the games?
I mean, there's only 2 of them, so
yeah. So you can do
that. Those practices.
It's so funny. My best
walking and talking Australia. They just pitched it. Chris just pitched it. I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I gotta go now. Can we name the koala bear Sean? By the way,
can we sponsor a koala?
Spawn the koala.
I texted my friend who lives in Australia that the Coyotes were doing this, and she said, "Why Australia? That's so random."
I know.
And she lives there. But
it is random.
It's gonna be amazing. Australia, if you've ever been, did you know I've been to Australia?
Yeah. Studied abroad too.
It's unreal. It's actually one of my favorite places I've ever been. So all of the logistics aside and every argument you just made, Petey, which I 100% agree with and understand, it's going to be a cool experience to get to go to another country and another country so far away like that. But also as someone who has done that travel, it is exhausting. That is a long flight.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
15 and a half hours.
And you're trying to be in your premium health. You want your body, your everything coming together during training camp. That's where everything you're trying to gel as a team, and you're doing it on the other side of the world. By the time you get back here, you're done. You're done for days. And so I'm sure they'll get a good break when they get back, and the league will start with regular season games, and they'll be one of the last teams to start. Whatever. What do they start off 0-5 next year?
I don't know. The other question I have, I don't know why Boston's not going anymore, but do you think the Coyotes had a choice?
No.
Yeah, neither do I.
Of course not.
Anyway, moving right along,
and
Australia.
there are some benefits. They'll, like I said, bonding, and you'll get closer together as teammates. And all
a
those
sweet
things.
vacation.
Great vacation.
Yeah.
But you let them pay for it? Yeah. But
Great city.
But from a hockey perspective in training camp, those days are so valuable. And the coaching staff must be looking at this going, what in the actual hell?
Chris said, PHNX koala shirt when?
Oh, yes, please.
I need it.
Down under. No, and so I
gotta
think
be ready for camp.
I would like to, when this gets announced officially, I really look forward to your answer or your question to Coach Bear. What does this mean for you? Because I'm just thinking out loud from a coaching perspective, this is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say Craig did pose a really fun question in the Discord earlier for an Australian division. Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide, Canberra, and asked people to give out some name suggestions. It was really fun in the Discord this morning. We got the Sydney Thorny Devils, the Perth Emus.
Did you see Cheryl said the Sidney Crosbys?
Yes, I did. I loved it.
That's clever.
Brisbane Blades, Canberra Kangaroos.
Like it.
I really love it. Just there were a lot of great ones. So
that's the fun stuff you're missing.
Melbourne Magpies, that's a good one.
If you're not in the Discord, you miss out on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you need alliteration.
Brisbane Comets. Just, let us know in the chat right now if you have any
Canberra
fun.
Koalas, it could be. I mean, it works. It's not the same letter, but
no, but it's an
koalas
alliteration.
has to be somewhere, just so Sean has to wear it.
So does Kangaroo, I feel like. That's iconic. Kangaroos. But anyway.
They think about two different teams, the Kangaroos and the Koalas. You got the Battle of Marsupials.
I like it.
The biggest rivalry in the league, or the division.
Love it.
I just, again, whatever. Go, don't go. It doesn't. I don't care.
Positive PD at it again.
But look, didn't they go to London this year for regular season? Yeah. Does anybody care? Nope. Except the people that played there. I know DNVR cared because they got to go, so they cared. But does anybody else care?
It's got to be a money grab, right? It's just got to be a money grab. Anyway.
And for the people who in the NHL who get to go on the trip, Australia sounds great.
Oh yeah, we'll all be there.
Yeah.
Many officials from the league.
I'm
to make sure everything goes off without a hitch.
For sure.
Any other points on Australia?
I mean, I want to talk about famous koalas.
Oh, I saw you wrote that down. I don't really know what that means.
Do you know many famous koalas?
I just know the
what
one
does that
you already
mean?
mentioned.
The Qantas koala.
That's the only
Sean,
one
do you
I
have
know.
that picture, or do you not have it ready? That's cool
The other picture that you sent?
The other picture that I said of the Qantas koala. This is. Do you know what Qantas is? The airline.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a koala as their spokesperson for a long time. Look at this.
I don't know how you get it in there, but it was there. It is.
There he is.
Wow.
Now he's a famous koala, but there are many famous koalas in Australia.
Many.
There's Blinky Bill, who was a fictional cartoon character. I don't know if you know, but very famous in Australia.
Very
you may learn
famous.
this when you go there. There's Caramella koala, manufactured by Cadbury, Australia. Consists of a chocolate cartoon koala, and it has a caramel center. That's a big deal. But my favorite one of all
Craig has multiple
is Drop
tabs
Bear.
open right now.
Drop Bear is a hoax in contemporary Australian folklore featuring a predatory, carnivorous version of the koala. This imaginary animal is commonly spoken about in tales designed to scare tourists. I love this shit. Koalas are typically docile. I don't know if Sean agrees with that, actually. Drop bears are described as unusually large and vicious marsupials that inhabit treetops and attack unsuspecting people that walk beneath them by dropping onto their heads.
That's literally.
I've actually heard that before. I've heard that before in my extensive koala bear
how
research.
Sean thinks about koalas. However, his Twitter header is still koalas, and I love koalas.
That's all I got in koalas.
I will say the only problem with going to Australia is I don't think they have Four Peaks beer there.
They have bird-eating spiders.
You're not wrong. Maybe if we go, we'll bring some Four Peaks with us. We can't guarantee any of that, but we can guarantee that the NFL draft, it's just a few weeks away, and the Cardinals have the third pick and a new coach and a new GM. It's a big opportunity for the team, and the best way to take in this pivotal moment and the rest of the NFL draft on April 27th is at the Four Peaks 8th Street Pub. Must be 21 or older to drink and to enjoy responsibly, but we'll be there sooner for that wrap party on the 13th. So really looking forward to that. All right, before we wrap up, I just want to say congratulations to the 19U Green AA Arizona Kachinas. Yes. They got second in the national
and they had a lead
finals.
late too.
I know, heartbreaking, but
3-1
what an
lead.
achievement to make it to
The national finals.
Unbelievable.
Phenomenal. Great job,
We
Kachinas.
talk about the Kachinas and the growth of the women's game in Arizona, and credit to what Matt Schott built and and Lindsey Fry. It's a testament to them. But congrats to those women, it's an amazing achievement. So
And the Bobcats,
yes,
back-to-back national champions in Tier 2.
Desert Vista had a run.
Desert Vista
Yeah.
and National Sioux. So Arizona hockey alive and well.
Yep.
It's a great time for Arizona youth hockey. All right, we have another super chat from Riley Riles, $5. Said, that would be awesome. I'm actually stationed here for the USAF, so I'd have to ask them first. LOL. Riley, we'll
don't get Riley get in trouble.
a letter.
AWOL jumps in a plane and just Mavericks it on
Just
down
gonna
here.
write a letter to the U.S. Air Force, being like, "Can you please deliver
Can you
pizza?"
please come down here and deliver pizza.
Make it happen. I want to
Please,
see that.
please. Oh, man. All right. Well, last but not least, we got the punch card, which I forgot last
For
show.
now.
I apologize. That is a lot of red
Look
in a
at
row.
that red.
If only they'd done that more, as
Well,
we said.
the third row did this exactly to this point.
Oof.
Yeah, and then we had hope then.
So even there, you could go back to that third row of the season. There was still a chance at Matty. No, I was going to say Matty Beniers. At the other guy,
Connor Bedard. Yep. Or Adam Pentoli.
Who?
Or
I know. I don't even care anymore. I don't even.
any of those
Will
guys
Smith.
that they're not going to draft.
Will Smith.
Will Smith
Will
is
Smith,
a pipe dream
you
now.
are an
Yeah, it
Arizona
might be.
guy.
I mean,
Might
if they can get
get
ahead
fifth.
of Montreal, they could still get Will
We
Smith.
lost 8 straight now. Like Will Smith's Will Smith's there.
Yep. Okay.
Oi. Well, yeah. I
What a
literally
show.
don't even know
What
what
a
else
show.
to say. I don't know what else to say. Sean is leaving for vacation tomorrow. He did teach me how to do the punch card. He did send me instructions. So you will find out Thursday if I actually figured it out or not.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But Sean will be gone
I
for
just
a
don't
week,
get
you
it.
guys. So
I
say
don't-
goodbye.
With this company produces, and Sean specifically produces some of the most amazing graphics. Like some of the stuff is so detailed, phenomenal. The punch card's a punch card. Like
I'd
it's
love to
stars
see
in red
you
and
do
green.
it.
That's my point. He made it so goddamn hard that literally nobody can do it. Like the Diefenlock looked at it and goes, no, I'm not even trying. Like, well, it's stars with red and green. Like, I think you can cut and paste it, but you can't.
Nope. Well, so I'll be giving it a good old try.
What
this
are the
week.
odds? We should get that on BetMGM. What are the odds Leah can actually pull off the punch card?
Craig is holding up a koala photo. I would give it like plus.
I don't know.
plus
I'm gonna
150.
take I'm
I was
gonna
gonna
take
say,
the under.
You got to
DP.
give yourself some confidence.
I'm
Plus
taking the under.
150.
I believe in her. She did it today.
She can do a lot.
I looked
She's
over her
absolutely
shoulder
amazing.
a little
She
bit,
does
but
a great job on the show. I'm taking the under because there's something in your written direction. Something's gonna go wrong.
All right. Well, say goodbye to Sean for a week, everyone.
This
but
Sean or that Sean?
that Sean.
Sean
not,
the koala.
Not Sean the koala.
This
You'll
is
have to
also
wait
Sean.
till September to
Okay.
see Sean the koala. But we'll be back live tomorrow, actually, at 11 a.m. We're going to talk about Corey Woods, Tempe Mayor Corey Woods, and the TED, and check in around the NHL. And then we'll also be live Wednesday at 11 a.m. Then what?
Oh, it's a good show on Wednesday.
Yeah,
I
I'm
forgot what it
excited.
was. I just thought about the topic.
Yeah. We'll reveal that tomorrow. How about
Okay,
that
that's
for
fine.
a tease? And then our watch along Thursday, post game Thursday, and then post game Saturday. And hopefully those games are a little bit better than the one tonight. But we appreciate all of you for coming here in the chat after this terrible game and still being here and chatting with us and liking this video. We sincerely appreciate it. The community is what makes this all worth it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Subscribe to PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a review as well. You can follow us on Twitter at SPetersHockey, at Leah Merrill, at Craig S. Morgan, at Sean_DePaz. Follow the show at PHNX_Coyotes. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.